Hi, and welcome to Let's Get Growing, a Vine Dental podcast. My name is Joanne Miles, and I have been in the dental industry since 1986. And today I'll be answering 5 questions that helps you get to know me a little bit better and what I've learned along the way that can help you grow yourself and your practice. So question number 1. What inspired you to pursue a career in dentistry, and what keeps you passionate about it today? Well, I have to tell you, to be honest, I actually thought I was going to be a nurse, and that's what I was starting to go to college for. And one day I happened to go by the dental assisting kind of wing of the college. It was a 2-year program at that time, and it just intrigued me. And I've always wanted to do something that would help people. And this just seemed to have a lot of the elements that I would really enjoy. So I switched and I decided to go and become a registered dental assistant. And I never looked back. Very shortly after it, I just realized that there was no ceiling in dentistry, that I could create a path forward and make this truly a career. And so that's what I'm really passionate about today. That's what keeps me in dentistry today. It's the passion of knowing that with some curiosity and a love for helping people and sort of having that servant's heart, that this is an amazing profession. It's been so good to me. I started as a registered dental assistant, and then I migrated my way up to the admin areas and started learning that area. Ended up becoming an office manager, almost like a baptism by fire. And then I just continued to grow and worked for a DSO for a little while, so I can actually go ahead and further my career, my knowledge. And then now I'm living my dream. I'm getting to be a dental consultant. I get to help practices grow. I get to help dentists realize the dreams that they have as being entrepreneurs. And I also get to support the team so they can see that there is no ceiling. Can you share a memorable patient success story that showcases the impact of modern dental technology on patient care? Interestingly enough, I think one of the things that I really enjoyed when I was working chairside was that transformation that you can give for patients. The ones that couldn't smile or wouldn't smile because they were just shy. I worked for a dentist for a while, and we did a lot of charity work and pro bono work, and we worked with a local women's battered shelter, and it was just, it's moving. These are women that were being abused and fled with their children, and they're trying to get back on their feet. They're trying to get back into the workforce. And I remember one particular case, all of her front teeth were just broken, sheared off, and she had lost all hope, I guess you could say. And we came alongside her. A lot of other businesses in our area came alongside to help her and prop her up, and we restored her smile. And I got to tell you, the day that we revealed that and gave her the mirror and showed her her new smile, there's no price you can put on that. To be able to give another human being that level of confidence is truly, truly rewarding. And those are the things that keep me going today. Yes, I don't work chairside anymore, but I do help dentists and the team members still do that with their patients and their community, and being able to help change lives. And that is what we do in this industry, and that is what keeps me going. Next question is, in your opinion, what emerging dental technologies or trend excites you the most for the future of dentistry, and why? You know, I would have to say there's a few areas of technology along the way. I've been doing this for a while. So I started with a pegboard. I started with, dunking your little x-ray films in the developer and the fixer and the water, and you would pray that you would not lose that film in the developer, because then you'd have to retake it. So technology, I've seen a huge change in it, all the way from, digital x-rays and computerization. And even coming up, and now that I get to sit here today on a webinar or in a podcast using, Zoom or Google Meets, and being able to talk to you. This technology of just the World Wide Web, if you will, and the ability to be able to show this on a video connects us all in our industry, connects our world. So that's one piece of our technology that's really helped us grow and connect. Another area I would have to say is AI. AI is a big piece today coming in. It's a little scary, we want to make sure we have some boundaries and bumpers around it. But I'm really impressed to see how AI is actually making us work a lot smarter and not harder. And I think that as long as we balance it and we continue to bring the humanity into what we do, because that is what we do, we change people's lives. And as long as we work smarter with technology around us, I think that we can do that even more effectively. And it makes it rewarding. There's never a dull moment in dentistry. So it's very enjoyable. How do you approach education and empowering your patients or offices to prioritize work-life balance? So this is a big passion of mine. I mentioned that I had, for several years, I left the private practice area and went into the DSO area. And I learned a lot. I learned quite a bit of education. It really helped me understand the true how to run a business, how to start a practice as a startup, or how to take a legacy practice and even make it grow. But along the way, I lost myself, and that was my fault. I had no boundaries. I was just very driven. And so what I've learned is that you have to become a leader in your own life. You have to make sure that you prioritize your own self first. Otherwise, you can't lead others. You can't help others. And so it was a journey for me. And so that would be one of my biggest advices to everybody, is that remember that there's always tomorrow, as long as we're here on this earth. And, as long as you've done your very, very best today, you can do more tomorrow. Being able to make sure that you can look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and know what your core values are. Know those deal breakers is what I call them. And take time to invest in yourself and your own personal development, your own education, even in your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your financial health. Those 4 pillars are so important that you invest in. And if all those 4 pillars are solid, then you're going to be able to go out into the workforce, go back into that office the next day, and be the very best version of yourself. And so that's kind of how I've learned to approach life, and not always perfect. I always say progress, not perfection, because I can be a bit of a perfectionist. And so I've really recognized that for myself, and I have to kind of tell myself that mantra daily. If you can give one piece of advice to fellow dentists or dental professionals to grow in their practice, what would it be? For doctors and owners, I would say that you're an entrepreneur and you went to school to be a dentist and you're highly trained. It's so important, though, that you continue your CE, you continue to learn the different treatment mixes that you'd like to expand your practice on. But also, I would say you have to partner with a leader, a co-leader in your practice. The office manager is your secret weapon. That is your superpower. And finding someone who's like-minded, or someone that maybe has some strengths that you don't have, to help you co-lead in your practice. They can be your strategist. They can be that person. The more successful you are, the more support is required. So don't be scared to lean on others. Find a coach. Find other avenues. Everyone along the way needs somebody to lean on, needs some support. So the bigger you are, the more successful you get. Even if you have one practice with, say, 5 team members, you still need that support. So lean on others to help you. I think it's very important. And for the team members, remember, there is no ceiling. There is just the ambitions that you have. And I would always say, stay curious. Another area I would say for the clinicians and the managers, having have been an office manager for many years, one of the hardest things in growing a practice is the development of the team. Particularly owner doctors have a hard time finding and carving out the time to mentor an associate doctor or to get the team entirely calibrated clinically with the philosophy of the practice or how you want to run the business. So it's important that you find avenues to help you do that. And that's the one thing I'm super excited about that I'm working on today. I work with Productive Dentist Academy. I'm a lead business advisor there. And we've just launched what's called the Clinical Calibration Institute. And it does just that. It's on-demand learning that is for every single team member, where you have clinicians leading clinicians, you have hygienists leading hygienists, dental assistants, and admin. And it helps you calibrate. It takes you through steps in education. And then we have masterminds, and I'm super excited because I'll be able to help with the admin team, because that's where my passion really lies, is helping them grow and helping them help their owner doctors grow. If you'd like to have some more information about that, there'll be a link in the bio that'll take you directly to Productive Dentist Academy's Clinical Calibration Institute website for more information. I'm also so excited that I'm going to be able to host a webinar with Bind. We all know that patients need some forms of payment solutions. Very rarely can they afford to pay in full, and case acceptance is a big piece of that puzzle with patient solutions and payments for them. So I hope that you'll join me. I'm going to be putting together a really fun webinar that will give you some tools that you can take into your office right away. And that is on November the 4th at 1 Eastern. I hope to see you all then.